Hi, welcome back to Living Things and Their Habitats for Year 5. This is Lesson 2, where we're going to focus on reproduction in plants. Last week you looked at naming the parts of the flower, and you looked at the parts of the flower which were male and female. This week we're going to focus on reproduction in plants. We know already that some plants use reproduction to make seeds, which grow to make new plants. These plants need pollen. It contains the male gamete, as we previously looked at, from one flower to fuse with the ovule, which is the female gamete from another flower. This will in turn make a seed. However, not all plants require two parents, male and female, in order to reproduce and to make new plants. This type of reproduction only requires one parent plant to make the new plants. Because there is only one parent plant, there is no fusion of gametes and no mixing of genetic information. The new plants are identical to the parent plant. They're exact clones. Plants that use single parent reproduction. Other plants produce side branches, or runners, with new plantlets. The roots of each plantlet grow down into the soil, and the plantlets will grow to form new plants identical to the parent. Spider plants and strawberries are examples of plants that reproduce this way. Daffodil bulbs store energy underground. Once the daffodil plant has died back, the bulb develops side shoots that will grow into new daffodils for next year. Potato plants grow tubers underground during the spring and summer. These tubers will grow into new plants the following spring if they are left undisturbed. Some plants develop bulbs or tubers underground. These bulbs or tubers will develop into new plants for the following year. The new plants will be genetically identical to the parent plant. Daffodils and potatoes are examples of plants that reproduce this way. Strawberry plants send out runners with small plantlets on. These will each grow into a new strawberry plant. Spider plants send out branches with baby plantlets on. Each plantlet will grow into a new plant. Today we're going to focus on describing how some plants reproduce. You'll be able to describe reproduction in plants, identify advantages and disadvantages to the different types of reproduction in plants, and you'll be able to explain different ways to make new plants. In class, you're going to consider the advantages and disadvantages of the two types of reproduction that we've looked at. Have a think to yourselves, what could the possible advantages be, or disadvantages be, of plants requiring two parents, or when plants require only one parent? Your working class is going to focus on making new plants. You're going to work in groups to try and make new plants from one parent plant. If you are successful, each plant that grows will be a clone of the parent plant. This means they'll be genetically identical to the parent plant. I'm going to give you some instructions on the following slides, so you can see what you need to do. These instructions will also be given to you in the classroom as well. We're going to complete the activity sheet together, and you'll be able to explain how you made the new plants. These are the instructions that you'll need to follow when you're in the classroom. You'll have these in front of you as well, so don't worry if you don't remember them. You can also try this at home with parents if you wish. Instruction 1. Cut a side stem that is about 5 cm to 10 cm long off the main stem of the parent plant. You should cut the side stem just below the leaf joint. Instruction 2. Carefully cut off all the leaves, except the very top ones. Instruction 3. Put each cutting into a beaker or jar of water. Instruction 4. Place the beaker or jar in a bright place, but not in direct sunlight. Instruction 5. Watch your cuttings for a few weeks. If you are successful, your cuttings will develop roots. And the final instruction, instruction 6, once your cutting has developed roots, you can then plant each of the cuttings into a pot of compost, and you would have created your very own cloned plant. We can have a go at this in class. You might want to have a go at it at home as well. Have a think about what skills you need in order to create these new plants.